My name is Adrian, and I was 16 years old that long, hot summer. I was not a boy anymore, but I was not yet a man either. I lived in a small, quiet town that sat right beside the wide blue sea. Life there was simple. Every day looked like the one before it. Each morning I woke up and helped my father in his little bookshop. We sold old books, their pages soft and yellow like forgotten time. No new faces ever came to our town. It was like the world had stopped moving. I felt trapped, like the walls of my life were closing in. Every afternoon when the work was done, I walked to the edge of the sea. The waves were my only company, always moving, always whispering. The sound of the water said, I, like a lonely song I almost understood. Then one bright July day, I saw someone new. She sat near the big gray rocks, a woman with a canvas before her. She was painting. Her hand moved fast, sure, alive with purpose. She had a box of colors beside her, bright reds, deep blues, soft golds. I stopped walking. I stood there, half hidden, afraid to break the spell. She did not see me. She only looked at the sea, then back at her work. Her brush danced. She was not just painting the water. She was painting its soul. The picture was wild and beautiful, alive with wind and light. I watched for a long time without breathing, afraid she might vanish. Her dark hair fell over her shoulders like a wave, and the sun touched her skin. She was older than me, not a girl, a woman with calm, strong hands. Her face was serious but peaceful, her eyes bright and full of life. Something inside me moved for the first time, like a bird waking up. My heart began to beat fast. I wanted to speak, but fear held me still. I was only a boy from a small, forgotten town. That night, I ate dinner with my family, but I did not taste the food. I said nothing, just thought of her, the woman by the sea. The next morning I woke early, my heart full of a strange new excitement. I worked faster than ever, my hands shaking, my mind already at the shore. When I finally reached the beach, she was there again. She was painting just as before, her brush moving with quiet power. I didn't speak to her. I only watched, standing far away, hidden by the wind. I came back the next day, and the next, and the next. For one whole week, she painted while I watched in silence. She painted the sea, then the sky, then the line where both met like a dream. Her paintings weren't just pictures. They were alive, full of her breath and soul. I could feel the air change when she painted. Even the waves seemed to listen. And then, one day, something inside me whispered, "Adrian, today you must speak." My heart beat like a drum, boom, boom, boom. I walked toward her slowly, every step heavy and loud in my ears. I stood beside her. She didn't look up. The sound of her brush was soft and steady. I swallowed hard. My voice was small when I said, "Hello." She stopped painting. For a moment, everything, even the sea, went still. Then she looked up at me. Her eyes were blue, blue like the sky after rain, blue like forever. And in that moment, I forgot how to speak. I pointed at her painting and said softly, "Your paintings are very good." Can I see?" She looked at me for a long, quiet moment. Her eyes searched mine, calm but unreadable. She did not smile. I felt foolish standing there, a boy trying to speak to a storm. I wanted to run away. Then she smiled a small, kind smile that felt like sunlight after rain. "Why not?" she said. "You can look." I stepped closer and saw her painting. It was the sea during a storm, wild, dark, and alive. The colors crashed together like waves. It was beautiful and a little frightening. "It's wonderful," I said. "Thank you," she answered softly, her eyes on me again. Then her face changed. She looked serious, thoughtful, and she said words I would never forget. "But be careful." Her voice was quiet but strong. "I'm 24 years old," she said. I frowned, confused. "Why are you telling me that?" She tilted her head, studying me. "And you are 19. My face felt hot. "How did you know my age?" She laughed, a soft sound like the sea touching the sand. "You look 19, she said. "You have the eyes of a boy." I didn't like that. My heart jumped. "I'm a man," I said quickly. She smiled again, a teasing smile this time. "All right, you are a man." Then she turned back to her painting. "My name is Rose," I said. "I'm Adrian." Our names hung in the air like two waves meeting for the first time. She was 5 years older than me, but in my small town, that was a wall. A wall built of rules and whispers. Still, I couldn't stop looking at her. That summer was the best of my life, and also the hardest. I saw Rose every day. Each afternoon, I left my father's shop early and ran to the sea. My father was angry. "What are you doing, Adrian?" he said. "You're wasting time with that woman." "She's too old for you." But I didn't care. I only cared about Rose, her laughter, her voice, her world of colors. We talked for hours on the sand, the wind soft around us. She painted, and I watched, listening to the sound of her brush. I told her about my dreams leaving the town, seeing the world, painting too. She listened, really listened. No one had ever done that before. She told me about her life, the city, the noise, the lonely streets. She said she came here to breathe, to rest, to paint what was true. But she also said she would leave when summer ended. Her words hurt, though she said them gently. I tried to smile, but inside I was sinking. Each day I loved her more. Her smile, her blue eyes, the way her hands moved when she painted. I was 19. She was 24. To me, the numbers didn't matter. But to her, they mattered too much. One evening, we sat together watching the sunset burn the water gold. I felt brave. I said, "Rose, I think I love you." Her face changed. The light in her eyes went quiet. "Adrian," she said softly, "no. You must not say that you are a boy. I am a woman." She said it like a rule she had to follow, not one she believed. She told me this lie every single day and every day. It broke my heart. "This is not real," she said. "It's only a summer friendship." "You do not understand love." Her words cut through me like a sharp wind, but I looked at her and said, "It is real for me." The years do not matter, I said. My heart feels it. Why can't you? She turned away from me and looked at the sea. Her face was calm, but her eyes were full of storms. It matters, Adrian, she said quietly. It matters very much. People will talk. Your family will be angry. She took a slow breath and whispered, I'm leaving soon. You must forget me. This relationship is impossible. The words hit me like cold rain. I felt anger rise inside me, sharp and heavy. Why? I asked. Why is it impossible? Because I'm 19? Is that my crime? She turned toward me. Her blue eyes were soft and sad, full of something I couldn't name. Yes, she said finally, because you are 19. The summer was ending and the days grew shorter and quieter. Rose was packing her things. She was leaving on Friday. That day would be our last. My heart was broken before she even left. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I felt sick with sadness. She kept her distance, gentle but cold, pushing me away little by little. She knew what she was doing, and I think it hurt her too. On our last afternoon, we went to the beach one final time. She wasn't painting. She just sat on the sand, staring at the gray water. I sat beside her. We didn't speak for a long time. The only sound was the sea breathing. Finally, I spoke. My voice cracked like glass. So this is goodbye, I said. She nodded slowly. She didn't look at me. Yes, Adrian, she whispered. This is goodbye. I felt tears burning in my eyes, hot, angry, helpless. I stood up and faced the water. You were wrong, Rose, I said, my voice shaking. You were wrong about me. I'm not a boy. I'm a man, and I love you. And you broke my heart? I turned to leave, walking fast, afraid I would fall apart. Then I heard her voice behind me. Wait, Adrian, wait. I stopped. I turned. She was standing now, tears running down her face. She walked to me slowly and placed her hand on my cheek. Her hand was trembling. You're right, she said softly. I'm sorry. You are not a boy. You're the best man I know. I stared at her, confused. But you said it was impossible. She smiled through her tears, a small, sad smile. I lied, Adrian, she said. I lied every day. Why? I asked. Why did you lie to me? Her eyes filled again. Because I was scared. The age, it frightened me. I'm 24. You're 19. I thought you would leave me one day. She took a shaky breath. But my heart didn't care. I fell in love with you too. I was just too scared to say it. I always wanted someone who truly understood me, she whispered. And that person is you. Then she kissed me. It was a long, warm kiss that felt like the sea itself had stopped to watch. My heart was full again. It wasn't broken anymore. Rose did not leave on Friday. She stayed. She stayed with me. The 5 years did not matter. Only love did. And our love story was just beginning. Thank you for walking beside me through this story. Subscribe to stay with me for the next one.